What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Blue Duck podcast. And today, what I want to talk about is this right here. This is one of my Father's Day presents. It says "Dad by Day, Gamer by Night." I thought it was kind of cool. It has a picture of my two boys on it, and gotta get a nice drink of ice cold water there. So, a few things I wanted to talk about today. I'm a high school art teacher, so I already finished teaching summer school. So I have about a month, maybe less now, a month to just be able to kind of stay home. It's like my vacation time at home to hang out with my boys, my wife. And something we did that was kind of fun, we're going to continue to do. My parents just gave us this projector. And what's so cool about it is it projects, filling up the whole entire wall in the living room. So we took down this map that we have up and kind of moved some things out of the way, turned the couches around. And on these late summer nights, we've been watching movies. Watching kids' movies, of course, with our kids. And my wife makes some of these little snack trays. And it's been a blast. What I'm excited to do pretty soon here, as soon as I get a long enough HDMI cord, we're gonna hook up the Nintendo Switch 2 to it. So we're gonna be playing some Mario Karts. That's about 10 feet wide. So kind of a, fun little thing to do in the summertime. Doesn't cost a whole lot of money. So if you are looking for something super fun to do with your kids in the summertime and it might be too hot, too many mosquitoes outside, that's a little suggestion I have for you. So I've been thinking a lot this summer about being a dad, being present, being there, and showing up, and not just showing up, but showing up and being present, showing up and being fully there. And that is hard sometimes when we hold so much responsibility on our shoulders. A lot of dads are out there, you're working hard, you're paying the bills, and you're coming home exhausted, and you are trying to be the best dad, the most present dad you can still be, with everything else going on, with aging, with health issues, with trying to be fit, with mortgages, with trying to save for the future financially. And being a present and good dad, it is often overwhelming for a lot of us. Maybe that's why guys die faster than girls, I don't know, but it is overwhelming a lot of times. So one purpose of this channel is just to let you dads out there know that every once in a while it is okay to take a little break and just maybe go in another room and maybe play some video games, play something on a handheld, play something on your PlayStation 5 Pro, do something like that. And we're not talking about for 2 to 4 hours or anything, but maybe just for, 15, 20, 30 minutes, get recharged, and then come back and then be a more present, more alert, more aware dad. And that's one purpose of this channel, is just to encourage dads that we can still be gamers, but we are responsible gamers. We know that people abuse gaming out there. We know that some dads unfortunately come home from working all day long and then they play 4 hours of video games and they neglect their wives, they neglect their kids. And although maybe they're there in the living room, they're not even fully paying attention or really there. So we don't want to be like that. And I know the dads that are listening to this channel, you guys aren't like that. You are the dads that are present dads. You're committed to being a good dad and a good husband, a good provider, but you also have a hobby of gaming. Now, a hobby of gaming to dads like us compared to the 22-year-old kid out there, 22-year-old young man out there, it looks very different. We're not going to be able to complete games as much as them. We're not going to be as good in esports games. We're not going to be able to unlock every single thing or build every single RPG character. We're just not going to be able to do it. Gaming for us is going to look different, but we can still be gamers, and we are still gamers. It might be something of just, slowly growing a character or playing 1 or 2 games a year instead of 20 games a year. And man, if you really think about it, there are so many games coming out. I don't have time to beat them all. I don't have time to get through them all. I don't know who can. A lot of these games, they brag about them having 100 plus hours, at least 100 plus hours of playtime to them. Man, how am I going to find 100 plus hours to play a video game with everything else I'm doing. Working 40 hours a week, coming home, you don't have that much time. By the time I'm home, it's like 4 something. Kids go to bed around 7:30. I mean, just do the math. Some people don't get home till 6:30. If you're not home till 6:30 and your kids go to bed around 7 or 8, how many hours, how much time do you really get with your family? So are you able to throw in like 10 hours a week gaming, 8 hours a week gaming? It's like, I don't think so. Gaming for us just looks different. And that is okay. I'm here to say that it is okay that gaming for us looks different. We are not on this in the same place of life as that 22-year-old guy who just plays for 30, 40 hours a week. We just don't do it that. And that is okay. I don't want to be in that place. I don't think you want to be in that place. We got stuff to do. We have a calling upon our lives to be husbands, to be fathers, to have careers, to be providers, and to be that person, that man in our kids' lives that's going to alter and encourage and guide a lot of what our kids become. Someone was talking the other day and they said a quote and it just really stood out to me. And someone said, they said, your dad is the only man in your life who will truly want you to do better than him. And that was powerful to me because I think about my dad and I know the sacrifices he made for me. And I think about my kids and what I'm willing to do for them. I truly want them to have even a better life that I've had so far, and I really enjoy my life. I want theirs to be better. I want theirs to even have more joy, and I want them to make better decisions than I made. And I really, truly want that. Now, I know a lot of us out there are blessed, so that quote doesn't match up to them 100%. Some of us are blessed to have wonderful grandfathers in your life, so maybe older brothers or even father-in-laws who truly want the best for you. But for a lot of people, it's truly your dad who just wants the absolute best for you, far beyond what they've ever had. And that's what I want for my kids. And gaming dad out there, I'm pretty sure that's what you want for your kid as well. So I say that to say that you're important. You are so important. Don't let any lie come into your home or come into your mind that tells you you are not important or that you are not valuable to your kids, because you are. And it is so important for us to be present, for us to be active, and know that everything we do, everything we say, and this is really scary sometimes, but everything we do and everything we say, they are watching and they are learning. If you want to know what your kid's going to be like 10, 15 years from now, look in a mirror. Look in a mirror, because there's a good chance they're going to be like you. They're going to be just like you. So that could be a good thing. That could be a scary thing. But there is a challenge for us to be the very best versions of us, to be the dads that God has called us to be. And that means making sacrifices. But I say that to also encourage you, there are times where we need to take breaks. And that's where our hobby of gaming comes in, because for gaming dads like you and me, our break is the hobby of gaming, which is kind of nice because we don't have to go off to a golf course. We don't have to hit 18 holes all day long. We don't have to go out of town. We can just do it from our own home. Sometimes it might be with a handheld in the living room. Sometimes it might be in our office or gaming room or TV room, playing on the PlayStation 5. Whatever it is, we take a break not to escape our responsibilities. We don't take a break to escape our families. We take a break just to quickly recharge and go back out there better dads. And you think about it, even a cell phone, if you don't charge it, it dies. So we don't want our spirit of being a dad just to die, where we're just to the point where we're so worn out, we blow up on our kids for spilling their milk. We don't want to be there. We want to be aware. We want to be cautious of every word that comes out of our mouth. And we want to be the life givers, the ones that are feeding life into the hearts and the little brains of our kids, so that when they grow up and they're older and someday we might not be around, that those words come back to them and they remember the things that we have spoken into their lives and the examples that we have led. So it's a lot of responsibility. It's scary, the amount of responsibility we have as dads, us gaming dads out there. And I'll say this, which is even scarier to me. As a high school teacher, I teach high school art. I know those who watch this podcast know that, but I teach high school arts. And so many times when I have discipline problems with kids, when I have kids that are just giving up on life, when I have kids that just have no boundaries or no respect for any type of authority and just don't know how to work, when I go and I look up their name on the computer and I look up their digital file, I see no father mentions. There's no father contact. And that just scares me. It breaks my heart. And so it's really sad. It's sad. And dads, you are important. Remember that. You are so important. So important that out of anything I could have made a YouTube channel on, I made one for gaming dads, because I want this to be a podcast, a video podcast that encourages dads who like to game. Dads like you, dads like me. So if you are on board with that, if you guys like that, go ahead and say something in the comments. Encourage a gaming dad out there. Give some words of encouragement, maybe some advice, some words of life out there. And as always, be kind, use your minds, and game on.